T1 this time opting to immediately ban out the Tiny and the Monkey King, knowing that Alliance had the first pick. This is sort of how you might see different teams will ban out the Tiny and the Monkey King first phase in different games, and that's because it depends on who's getting first pick. So if you have first pick, you're not going to ban out the most broken heroes currently in the patch. You're going to see if your opposition makes a mistake and lets them through. So this time T1 banning out Tiny and Monkey King, and Alliance will first pick up that Snapfire. So they're still feeling very confident with the Snapfire. They think that the team fight capability of the Mortimer's Kisses and that potential of a late game Blink Shard to get the stun on the Scatterblast is still strong enough to first pick.
5 seconds remain.
First, the return picks from T1 were then Lion and Treant Protector. Treant Protector, quite
Dyer's turn to ban.
a strong team fighter, obviously with the overgrowth, but the unseen effect of Treant Protector is keeping towers up. You can't chip a tower down with Treant Protector. You have to take it from full to zero, or Treant Protector is going to heal that tower back up, and you're not going to get map control. Alliance has banned so far this draft Doom, Magnus, and Luna, all big team fighting heroes, and of course they get rid of that Lina. They're not going to let Carl have the Lina again. They felt like that in game 1, that was a problem. The Lina was the problem. That is what Alliance have identified, that they cannot allow T1 to second phase a Lina. Invoker also being banned by T1. This is an interesting ban. Invoker not a heavily picked hero by Alliance. Limp does play the Invoker on occasion, but not in huge amounts. IO banned. Just removing mobility around the map. I'm expecting the two teams in the next few bans to just start banning out carries. That seems to be the meta in the pick and ban phase in the draft, that you want to start knocking out those pos ones as early as you can, the ones that you don't want to deal with, so that it limits the pool for what your opposition can pick from. Looking at the draft at the moment, there's still a Faceless Void available. Faceless Void is still there, which is a Nico Baby hero. It is a Nico Baby special, the Faceless Void. So that is still in the draft. The Invoker has been banned, maybe in fear of that Cataclysm coming out with a Faceless Void. Maybe they don't intend to ban the Faceless Void, and that's why they actually got rid of the Invoker. I mean, Lion is very good at controlling these heroes that have innate mobility and survivability. So the Faceless Void excuse me, can backtrack the damage, of course, but the amount of lockdown offered by Lion and Burst can often get through that Faceless Void before he has an opportunity to backtrack that damage. So, minute 7 of reserve time for Alliance, still looking for that final ban in the second ban phase. And it does turn out to be Leshrac. Now, Leshrac has been run as a offlaner, but primarily as a mid or a safe laner even. Generally going to see it come out in the mid lane. So, they're sort of banning Carl at the moment, banning the Lina, banning the Leshrac, trying to make him feel a little more limited on his hero pool, a little less comfortable. This is an elimination game for Alliance. They want to stop the comfort picks coming out on T1. So it will be the Earthshaker. Did make it through the draft so far. That will 99% be a Cuckoo Earthshaker, considering we're already seeing the Lion and the Treant Protector, unless we're seeing some sort of weird Carl Earthshaker mid, which I highly doubt. But you're looking at the control on T1 right now. Between Earthshaker and Lion, anyone's going to die. Anyone will die on the side of Alliance. Tidehunter has been picked early. My gut says that this is an FNG POS 5 Tidehunter. That seems to be where teams are currently running him. but it could just be an early pick for S4.
Dire must choose.
Okay. So Alliance are showing their hand with the Medusa. Now Medusa does need a fair bit of time to come online. And I'm just a little bit concerned that Medusa can get kited around a lot here at the moment. With the Nature's Grasp from the Tree Protector, with the Fissure from the Earthshaker, Medusa's going to have trouble locking onto a target. And the Crystal Maiden. Alliance, I already love you, but I'll just love you some more. CM, picking my favourite hero, but I'm not entirely sure that it was the pick for this draft.
Remain. 5 seconds.
I mean, this does show that it is going to be an S4 Tidehunter. That seems to be what's going to happen here now. FNG Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden has a very low HP pool, but can get the 200 health talent, so he might be able to survive some burst coming out from this line, but I'm not sure. I'm not following the late Crystal Maiden picks so far in the drafts. Seems to be for a fourth pick Crystal Maiden.
Dire's banned.
I don't know what value you're getting out of that, and the Slark comes out. Now, actually, Crystal Maiden isn't actually too bad against the Slark, all things said and done. If the Slark tries to kill Crystal Maiden, he can't really. Pops the ult. The Pounce, of course, doesn't cancel it.
10
And the bonus armor means that the Slark can't really stay and commit. And the last pick, Void Spirit, coming out for Limp. So we're going to have a Limp Void Spirit, FNG on the Crystal Maiden, Nico Baby will be playing the Medusa,
seconds remain.
Snapfire being played by Hanskin once again,
5
and the big green melon Tidehunter will be controlled by S4. T1 having their final pick. They are looking for a Carl Miro hero for mid. Carl's hero mid. Lena has been banned, along with the Leshrac, the Razor, the Necrophos. So all of those heroes have been taken out. Even Kunkka banned on the side of T1, so that's not in the pool either. Invoker is gone too. So Storm is still available. And Ember. Now, a number of times I say, if there's Void picked on one, if there's an Ember, if there's a Spirit picked on one side, there seems to be another Spirit picked on the other side. But T1, maybe they don't follow that philosophy. They have 18 seconds left on their reserve time. They definitely don't want to do... I guess they can't really do an Insania. And it is the Ember Spirit. I mean,
Make the ultimate
there it
choice.
is. Void Spirit picked on one side, Ember Spirit picked up on the other side. Who would have thought? So Zephyr will be taking the Tree Protector, Whitemon will take the Lion, Cuckoo will grab this Earthshaker, 23 Savage on the Slark, and Carl with the Ember Spirit. We're about to head into Game 2 between T1 and Alliance. Loser going home. If the game would start. Right, still just sitting in the draft phase. Here we go.
Помогите, 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 помогите.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, Alliance. Not smoked up. Just, no, sorry. Alliance. Not smoked up either. Shoot both. T1 on the Radiant side in this game too. Neither side are being smoked up, but both are heading out towards this mid lane. Try and get down some vision. Zephyr with an Obs and Sentry. Carl planning down this ward here. Was pinged out. So that probably might get caught. No, I think that might have been Carl just pinging it out himself. FNG does have a sentry, plenty of mangoes, salves, some tangos, and a clarity, so all consumables for the CM. Limp starting with the Quelling Blade. Nico Baby, Quelling Blade as well, love to see it. I love to see it, a Quelling Blade on ranged heroes. S4 bottom lane, just looking to high five with nobody. And it'll be left hanging.
MMR is just a number.
MMR is just a number, Dendy. But it's a number that helps you win games.
The battle.
This game, unlike game 1, 2 runes will go each side. And we'll head to our lanes. So S4, Tide Hunter, along with Hanskin playing over on the Snapfire, will be heading to the off lane, up against Slark played by 23 Savage, and Lion played by Whitemon mid lane. We contested by Carl on the Ember Spirit, up against Limp on the Void Spirit. Battle of the Spirit Brothers, and looking top, we have Cuckoo playing the Earthshaker, supported by Zephyr on this Treant Protector, getting a block on the neutral camp, up against FNG and Nico Baby playing CM and Medusa respectively. And here is this level 1 Nature's Grasp with the fissure, and this is what I talked about. The pressure is already coming on out of these 2 line spells. FNG and Nico Baby just retreating back together there along the line of the fissure. Hanskin will try and hit 23 Savage, keep him back. S4 with the Anchor Smash. Don't know whether it will be enough to dissuade 23 Savage from getting those Essence stacks up. So mid lane 4-1, 4-1 currently, very even so far. Zephyr just getting the regen out, getting the salve up. We'll have that level 1 Nature's Grasp ready to go again. It's only 75 mana, and it will go out, and FNG is getting punched down. We'll cut a tree through, and he'll be fine. Get in the tower for some of that tower regen. Nico Baby just pulling the creeps out of the tower range just so they can deal a bit more damage against his creep wave, so he can hold the lane in position. He does have the 1 lever in the Mana Shield and the 1 in Mystic Snake so far. FNG just frostbiting Zephyr whenever he comes up. Gets a little bit of damage and he's got plenty of mangoes. Whitemon and Hanskin just trading hits. S4 though will get the level in Gush. So 23 Savage misplays, or Whitemon, more likely, they will be in a little bit of trouble with possibly the Snapfire cookie ready to go. Fire Snap cookie. 1 rune each to the mid laners, so both will end up picking up a bottle and getting the water rune. But so far in the early game, quite passive. Small net worth lead going to T1 so far, but overall fairly even. Nico Baby just heading over, gonna try and get the last hit on this creep. But Zephyr's there to try and contest. Bottom lane, Hanskin was stunned, but being protected by S4 with that Anchor Smash. Zephyr is just causing a headache up this top lane, looking in out of the trees. He does have the level in Orb of Venom, and FNG is in the wrong neighborhood. He's under the Nature's Grasp, and Cuckoo will get the first blood with the Enchant Totem. Bottom lane, double stun, S4 with the Anchor Smash. It will get snapped away, but he will go down to the Essence Shifts. Can't help but think that maybe they should have used that Fire Snap Cookie to perhaps go in rather than try and get out. They needed all the damage they had there to try and get the trade kill first. FNG with... Will he get the level in or Arcane Aura now? Most likely. He's still got 3 mangoes to work with, so he might consider just grabbing another level in the Frostbite. If he's going to get that mana, or he probably should get it, start topping Nico Baby back up. He's just hanging on to the skill point currently. Limp is mid, under a little bit of pressure, but he'll get another Water Rune and he'll be just fine. 23 Savage sitting by himself, level 4 in the lane now. Top lane, Fissure coming out. FNG did go for that second level in the Frostbite just for a little bit more value to help Nico Baby out. Does have Crystal Nova, Zephyr now possibly in trouble, and he will go down to FNG.
Ice is not always nice.
FNG with 1 mango left, he did buy up big. Still no level in that Arcane Aura. Another mango comes out, Nico Baby can hit away, but that's the last mana burst for FNG, and he's still a little bit from level 4, so no Arcane Aura yet. Big pull coming across by Handskin, just to pull the lane back a little closer to the tower so it's safer for S4 and Handskin to be in the lane. S4 did go for the level in Kraken Shell now, level 3. So just splitting up his skill points a little bit. Middle lane, Zephyr rotating across, going to try and get onto Limp. He doesn't have his level 3 Resonant Pulse, and the dive's coming. FNG's going to TP in. Will he be able to save? He doesn't have enough mana for the Frostbite, and FNG might actually get the Frostbite now. But FNG's just going in, and he's getting dove under the tower. There's plenty of creeps here, and he'll go down as well. Early kill lead going over to T1, 4-1 so far. This is okay so far for Alliance's side. Things are not too far out of control just yet, but you do want to get some good value out of this Tidehunter Ravage and the Snapfire Kisses once they do get online. Pulse being used already. Stun being juked by Limp, but he's in the Nature's Grasp, and he's just going to get punched down under the tower. Pops the DD. Maybe he'll turn. He does turn over onto the Tree Protector, and will actually get 2 kills. Limp turning it around with the DD at the last moment. Wow, that was a play and a half. Handskin just really stood and watched. Oh, I'm watching a show. Nico Baby now, with the assistance of the level 1 Arcane Aura, will start getting that mana back, so you should have constant spam of the Mystic Snake. Actually going for the early level, no, not the early level in stats yet, just holding on to a point. Bottom lane, S4 will go down. Does have the Ring of Health, looking to get over that Vanguard, but 23 Savage, he's got the Falcon Blade, he's starting to look pretty strong. Let's switch over to Net Worth just to see how the game is progressing, and you can see all the heroes of T1 are currently leading the Net Worth chart ahead of Alliance. That surely is not a good sight so far. FNG level 4, still just with the Sage's Mask. FNG for life has just been buying consumables all game so far. Whitemon looking to get those boots up and running. S4 does have the level 3 in Anchor Smash, so he can just keep hitting the neutrals, getting value away from this Slark. Slark is level 6 now, so he has a lot of survivability and a little bit more kill potential as well. Mid lane, Carl might be looking for a bit of a rotation. The rune's actually bottom. The rune is here, Carl. I don't think he realised. And Limp will pick it up. A little bit of a misplay there from Carl. In the jungle though, Handskin is caught. Hexed Fish running hastily away. Limp does go in, but not enough damage yet with just the level 1 Ether Remnant. And the level 2 Dissimulate. Might be considering going again here though. No, haste is running out and he will just calm his jets a little bit. S4 with the level 6 hasn't yet picked up the point in Ravage. And T1 are just inhabiting Alliance's jungle. They see a stack here. It's a triple ancient stack. I'm not sure they can take it yet. But they do scout it out and will probably look to contest Alliance when Alliance look to take it with that Medusa. Limp just getting spammed out by Carl on the Ember Spirit with this level 4 Sleight of Fist. There is a bit of a rotation coming mid. It is nighttime. FNG is still only level 4. Handskin level 5. Tome level at 10 minutes in has not yet been taken. Hex coming out onto Limp. Will they be too late to save him? The cookie gets him a little higher, but it's not enough. They have the combination. Dissimulate was not able to be cast. They just burst him down. S4 just trying to get a little bit up close and personal with the level 4 Anchor Smash now. But 23 Savage will probably quite happily trade, and he will. He's just bullying S4 at the moment away from the creeps. All this while though, Nico Baby is farming top. Now he's behind the opposition, but he is at the top of his team's net worth. So he is getting a little bit out of the map currently. FNG needs to be a little bit careful with Zephyr and Whitemon around. Neither level 6 just yet, but both very, very close. So they're just playing around a little bit. Nature's Grasp will come out. That'll be enough for a stun follow-up. It'll keep you in the grasp, and then Zephyr will come hit you with 111 base damage and say, see you later. Bottom lane, S4. He's starting to get a little... Oh, does pump fake it. 23 Savage, gotta be careful. Limp's coming in. TP rotation coming to support from Carl. They're going to Remnant out, try and catch S4. He's been cookied away with the second Remnant. Here comes the stun. It will catch both, but it's not enough to save S4, and that is not a very good first use. However, they might get a turnaround kill onto Carl now. Sleight of Fist away, will have the damage. 23 Savage, he is committed him with the ulti. Will he have a way to get out after any spells from Mortimer? He does have the ultimate. He will line it up. In it comes. Mortimer's Kisses coming out. Finger onto Limp. And it is somewhat of a trade for Alliance. All this time, Nico Baby is safely pushing mid tower, getting the XP, getting the levels. That's about as good a trade as you could hope from on Alliance so far. They do get 23 Savage and Carl for the cost of the Ravage, S4, and Limp. So, pretty much an even trade there. But Alliance will be happy that Nico Baby is farming up on the other side of the map. Cuckoo, looking towards this Blink Dagger. He is 279 gold away, so very, very close to this Blink. And that will start making enormous difference in the team fight to the side of T1. Not only because he'll want to join the fight, but because he'll actually have some way to get in and use that Echo Slam effectively. Whitemon, Finger is on cooldown for another 105 seconds, so Nico Baby reasonably safe here. Obviously the Echo is up. No Tidehunter Ravage, but he does have the Anchor Smash and the level 2 Kraken Shell. Probably would like to have the level 4 Kraken Shell, just to make sure he's a little bit safe sitting underneath that tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Handskin has got the Medallion of Courage. I do want to see what FNG was looking to build. He's just getting a casual Ring of Basilius. He is the mana bitch. I want to give mana to everyone. I've got an aura. I've also got a secondary aura from around you. You know, I want to give people mana. That's his plan at the moment in this game. And I'll tell you what, it feels pretty bad that that's all he's got going for him. This tower is a bit low mid. S4, he's got level 3 in Kraken. And the pipe, but it might not be enough. Finger isn't up. He does make it away with the help of FNG and the Crystal Nova. Bottom lane, Limp scouts out Savage. Will pull him in. Ults, stun, not going to connect. And Savage will retreat under his tower and heal all the way back up. And ready to go back in. Cuckoo coming across. He has the Blink Dagger. Echo is available. He won't use it yet. Whitemon's coming. Duke back in the trees. Snapfire ult coming through. It's a good Snapfire ult. It's going to stacking up on all three of them. 23 Savage will go down. The Echo will come out, but this is after Snapfire's already done the damage. Whitemon's going to go as well. And Hanskin with the triple kill from the woods. Grandma coming in big. And that did not go the way that T1 had planned. And look, S4, Ravage is back up. FNG still has the freezing field. Nature's Grasp being very annoying. Still only level 1. So the damage isn't too great at this stage. Just 30 damage per second. But that gather up there around Limp for the Mortimer's Kisses coming out from Hanskin was a very good play for Alliance. Zephyr's shown himself, and he will get caught. TP's a... Oh, no, he won't get caught. Ravage will be used. Catches Slark on the way in. Carl, Remnant's over. CM's letting it go, but he gets stunned. Finger comes out for Whitemon. And Hanskin will not get away. The Hex will come out, and he will be caught as well. This will be a trade for a mid tower. Nicky Baby doesn't end up getting the last hit, but he is getting space on the map. That was all for the cost of just Zephyr on this Treant Protector. He certainly did protect his team there. They just didn't get the burst off. He might have had 20 stick charges or something of the like that just enabled him to live a little bit longer. Nico Baby with the SMY. So he's looking to perhaps fight a little bit earlier. SMY into the Crystallis. So no Scardy this game straight away. He's looking to be a little bit more fight ready. He wants to join the team with the fights. Because 23 Savage is joining the teams for T1. Of course, he now has the Diffusal and the Falcon Blade. Going for the multiple swords. One for each fishy hand. It doesn't, of course, work that way. But the Diffusal will hurt against that Medusa. Obviously cutting through the mana, which is effectively her life. S4 will go for the Halberd next, looking to stop the Slark from chunking away and getting those Essence Chip stacks. He is here in the triangle, scouting out Nico Baby on the Medusa with the nighttime vision. But at the moment, doesn't look like they have enough to move across onto Nico Baby in the triangle, so he'll safely farm that out and retreat back across. But now, T1 are coming across, they see him under the tier 2. Cuckoo has the Blink Echo. Whitemon, no Finger of Death yet, but 23 Savage is in. Nico Baby pops the Stone Gaze, Mortimer's Kisses coming out, Freezing Field onto Cuckoo as well, and the Earthshaker will go down. Ravage available in 17 seconds. Zephyr will plant a cheeky ward on the low ground, unlikely to get dewarded, and he will scurry away in the trees. But he might get spotted. They see him. Limp gets in with the Resonant Pulse and the Ether Remnant. S4's here as well. Overgrowth used, but won't be enough to let him get away. Will it? No, the Frostbite comes through as well. Inside of Alliance with FNG are closing in on the target of this bottom tier 1 tower. Of course, the trade will come. T1 will get the top tower. T1, not tier 1 or team 1. T1 will get the top tier 1 tower. Vambrace being found by Limp. He will hang on to himself, not going to hand it over to Medusa. Wants to just have that extra HP himself. He actually does have the Kaya, so just amping up his burst damage. Skadi is coming next. They've changed from the crit stick, looking over to move into Skadi with those additional stacks. Handskin, he seems to be spending this entire series in the trees. Philosopher's Stone, found by Nico Baby, so surely one of the supports of Alliance will certainly enjoy that. Probably FNG, maybe even Snapfire. FNG is going to be caught and enchant totemed, and he is gone. Cuckoo's actually well on his way to an Aghanim Scepter, only about 2,000 gold away, even less than that. Actually 1.4k gold away from an Aghanim Scepter, and he will be up and running with the jams and the slams with that enchant totem. Zephyr not building towards anything right now, just has the Holy Locket, increasing those heals, keeping his allies alive. Carl though is on the chase. He has the Remnant and the Haste Rune, but people will make it out apart from S4, who gets caught, and the smoke immediately. They still have the Echo Slam and the Slark ulti. S4 didn't use the Ravage, thankfully for him. And Alliance need to be a little bit careful here. Cuckoo is sitting behind. And FNG is just caught as well. At the moment, T1 are just on a bit of a rampage. Nico Baby's been caught top. That Diffusal Blade is just cutting through her mana.
You have my thanks.
You saw those hits. There was, what, 6 hits there, and the mana just disappeared so quickly. Immediately pops a Clarity just to get it up again. You can see how this early game Diffusal is going to have a massive impact onto this Medusa. And going straight into the BKB afterwards. So there's not going to be much that can stop Slark hitting. Perhaps a Stone Gaze, but that is about it. Fade Grenade found. Will get sent back to face. It is Handskin, in fact, who has the Philosopher's Stone. Realizing that at the moment he's not going to be doing a lot of hitting. Instead, he just needs to get that Blink Dagger into the shard so he can start having a bit more of an impact in the team fight. S4 very close to this Halberd at 100 gold away. And that could actually be the answer to Slark in these team fights. Whitemon has no gold, which means I have a suspicion that he's sending something out. Does he have a blink on the way? No?
Yes.
Yes, there it is. Blink is coming out to Whitemon, so Blink available on the line to catch anyone on the side of Alliance with an easy initiation. Probably this Limp Void Spirit would be the ideal target. S4 has not gone for the Blink this game. He's gone for the tankiness and the control. FND dropping a sneaky little ward in the lane, and T being immediately out. So, we are 21 minutes in, 3k lead on the side of T1, and they are smoking up, looking to go past the Roche Pit. They are looking for a fight. They've got fresh items. Blink on Whitemon, ready to catch a bit. Smoke on smoke action. S4 leading the charge. Does have Ravage available. Will he walk up the high ground? Yes, he will. He's going to get initiated on by the side of T1. Can they blow him up? BKB's popped by Carl and by 23 Savage. He's still sitting on the back line, but Carl's on a bit of a rampage. FNG's being caught. And has he gone too far? Tidehunter doesn't have mana for the Ravage just yet. Nico Baby is hitting with the Skadi, trying to control up the side, but Nico Baby is on top of 23 Savage. S4 pops the Ravage, but it's not enough. And it is a team wipe on the side of Alliance, and T1 are just marching down the mid lane. They had the Ravage, they had the Stone Gauge, they had the Skadi. Alliance had everything they wanted there, and it just wasn't enough. Carl got onto that back line with the Ember Spirit. He just went past the Tide, ignored the Tide, ignored the Medusa, and went straight for the back line of Snapfire and FNG. And without those Mortimer Sisters coming in, without a decent freezing field, yeah. And Carl calls it. Snapfire is missing, Crystal Maiden is missing. They're the two that he is looking to go immediately onto in the fights. That is what will win them the fights. Double step out. Freezing Field on the side, getting it cancelled. And Alliance just left, facing all towards a blocked ramp with a fissure across the front. All the while, 23 Savage is just getting bigger. What's he getting delivered right now? Going to have the Shadow Blade soon. But he is running into the full side of Alliance. I don't think they can kill him. He's just going to leap away. Nico Baby has to try and carry this game somehow, but it's going to be difficult with this Slark just beating on top of him. As soon as Slark gets the opportunity to hit on top of Nico Baby, that's just it. The mana's going to be gone, and he's not going to have enough to cast another Mystic Snake. And once that mana is gone on Medusa, he just misses out. But here we go again. T1 are looking to smoke again. They do have the Overgrowth. No Echo Slam for 12 seconds. They find Nico Baby. Pops the Stone Gaze. He's going to have to hit. He's trying to fight, but at the moment it's just not enough. He's out of mana. Nico Baby under the tier 2. They're going to pop the Glyph to try and get the damage out. In comes Limp with the hold. With the Resonant Pulse, Echo Slam's going to come out, grab everyone, but Nico Baby's down, so is FNG. Handskin unable to get off the Mortimer's Kisses. S4 in the middle of the fight, no Ravage for 8 seconds, and he will go down. He will get one trade kill, just over onto Cuckoo, but at the moment, the fights are going the way of T1, and Alliance are hanging on to their TI dreams by a slither. 10k gold net worth lead now for T1. And they're going to take the Roche. Of course, this is the first Roche, so it is just the Aegis. And if they can't kill more than one member of T1 without the Aegis, what are Alliance going to do now? They need to find a way to get these Mortimer's Kisses to do damage. Void Spirit, no Ags, no BKB, still not even this Sanjin Kaya. He's sitting below S4 on the net worth chart. That shows you how poor a game Limp is having, and you just might wonder if Alliance are just crumbling under the pressure of the International. They haven't performed well on LAN all year. And at the moment, they're staring down the barrel of a 2-0 loss. But will T1 be able to hold it together? You know, closing out games is a little bit harder sometimes than hanging on to them. Particularly when you're fighting up a Medusa on a high ground. And a Ravage to come in as well. At the moment, it's 11k net worth lead. It's still doable for Alliance. There is still hope. But that hope is slipping away. S4 looking to try and get a Blink Dagger. He realizes his team needs initiation. They cannot allow this Slark and this Ember just to run roughshod over their backline. Scans coming out from both teams. They know where Nico Baby is. They know where Handskin is. They have... Alliance have some vision up on the high ground here. They see 23 Savage. He's going to try and get the D-Ward. But in comes Carl. And immediately he's onto the back lines. FNG and Handskin are under trouble. BKB dropped by Carl. S4 does have a Ravage at the moment. Hanging on to it. There is an Aegis to burn through, but the BKB comes out. In comes the Stone Gaze. Mortimer's Kisses hitting from the trees. They are dealing damage against 23 Savage, but Nico Baby is left in a world of hurt. Where's he running? He's running to the trees. He's trying to reset. Out comes the Mystic Snake. We'll get a fair bit of mana back from that. And there is still an Aegis up on 23 Savage. And Medusa has been caught. He's out of mana. He gets the Mystic Snake off, but it's just not going to be enough. The finger comes out. FNG's buyback with the Freezing Field is doing a decent amount of damage, but it's just not enough at the moment. Carl will go down to S4, but they are in a headlong retreat up to their high ground. Handskin with the stun from the Scatterblast, but 23 Savage is not stopping. The Aegis will be claimed. on top of the racks. And in the end, it's not an absolute loss for Alliance. They are holding on. Yes, Nico Baby does die, but they haven't lost a Rax. Limp did live in that fight. He's looking to go towards the Ags now. He realizes a bit of an AoE silence for this Slark is going to be very beneficial. Obviously, post BKB, it can have a very big impact. S4 now with the blink.
Structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Doesn't want to get caught, S4. 23 Savage is out and about, but more towards bottom lane. Hunting Limp. If he gets leashed, Limp is going to be in a lot of trouble. FNG just scouting with the Crystal Nova. We'll see 23 Savage moving through. S4 blocks the pounce away, does get the gush, slows him down, but they're not going to commit too far. Zephyr actually does TP out. Okay, Lion, very close to coming up on Ether Lens, so looking for that longer range initiation for the Hex, for the Earth Spike, and of course the Finger of Death. Nico Baby desperately trying to get towards this Butterfly, but is he switching it up? He does. He might just have the casual Talisman. Oh no, he switched back to Butterfly. He is thinking. It's always good to see players thinking about what they want to build. Carl though, he is the real issue, and he's queuing up Refresher. If this Ember Spirit gets a Refresher with decent timing, there is no way FNG or Handskin survive these fights. And here comes the smoke. It's smoke on smoke. It immediately pops. 23 Savages on the backline. Cuckoo is going to have the blink with the Echo Slam. Will S4 get off the ravage? He will, but there are BKBs being casted everywhere. And Nico Baby, he's all alone. He's hexed up. There's Disarm coming out on 23 Savage. He's got no other alternative but to hit, stand and fight, but he's just being surrounded on all sides, and Nico Baby will go down. And this time, the creeps are at the base with a catapult, and 23 Savage is ready to start boinking on this tier 3 tower. And you know what? T1, they might just go for the end. Alliance uses the glyph. We'll get rid of the catapult. At the moment, will look like it'll just be a tier 3 and a Rax. Nico Baby not wanting to have to use his buyback in this situation. Mortimer's Kisses not used again in that fight. If Handskin can get off the Mortimer's Kisses, then they have a chance to do well. Otherwise, they just don't have the damage to bring down these heroes. Ember Spirit with the Ags, and very, very close to this Refresher. In fact, he won't have the gold yet, but he is exceptionally close to it. A team of Alliance looking to move out through their triangle. They're going to see 23 Savage, perhaps. Daytime vision, so no advantage for the Slark. Handskin still looking for this blink. He does have the shard upgrade. We saw that in the last fight. Very, very close to blink. These BKBs, 6 seconds down on Slark. So they have worn down. Looking over onto Cuckoo. BKB, 8 seconds, so still pretty fresh. Carl's BKB will be down to 6 seconds as well. So, side of Alliance just trying to survive. 23 Savage, he knows someone's in here. Vision comes out and super fast. Limp will not muck around. He will get out of there with the double Astral Step back to his own high ground. Nico Baby going for a Rapier. We are in Rapier City right now. 3,000 gold away from Rapier. Nico Baby's decided that this is the only way back in. And you know what? He's probably not wrong. They need damage, and they need it now. And he has taken this game upon himself to say, A butterfly is not going to do it. A Daedalus isn't going to do it. We need a rapier. At the moment, he's just trying to bait the side of T1 to go in on Nico Baby. They want some sort of initiation. Here they come. They're looking for the back lines, and immediately FNG is caught, and Handskin is on the back lines. Carl, he's cleaning him up. They're trying to get back to save their supports, but look at all the remnants. T1. Carl, he's just going around. The refresher has been used. He is out of remnants eventually, but this is the game. Nico Baby will die without buyback under the rack, under the tier 4s. S4 will go down. He has buyback, but the GG well play has been called. Alliance has been eliminated from TI10, and T1 will proceed through to the lower bracket round 3.